They call it a grieving period for a reason. It's just a period of time. It's not a drawn out lifespan that you should grieve for. A lot of those thoughts of suicide or just bad thoughts that I used to have can be mitigated with distractions. Distract yourself. And not like mind-numbing distractions like alcohol or something like that. Like find something that you genuinely enjoy. You lost a loved one. You lost somebody who was a part of your life and you're never gonna see them again. And hear their laugh, hear their voice, see their face. So there should be a grieving period, but that grieving period should not last for such long. Welcome to the Mongoose Mindset Podcast. My name is Luke McLeod. I am the creator of Mongoose Mindset. I'm gonna do a brief introduction. I started out my fitness journey at 12 years old where I wanted to train to become a Navy SEAL and lose some weight. I took that to the extreme and kept dieting, kept exercising, kept doing more, kept eating less. Because one, I was really uneducated about how to do it properly. And two, I just had such strong willpower that I wanted to chase that goal. That ultimately led me into developing anorexia at 12 years old. I got put into a treatment facility for 3+ months. And then after that, I did outpatient therapy and still had to see a dietitian, therapist, psychiatrist for months after, just to make sure I didn't relapse. But after I got out of that treatment facility, I basically went back to school. I got into sports again. I got into weightlifting at 16 years old. And I've been doing that ever since then to this day. After high school, I moved to Louisville, Kentucky to train and ultimately become a professional wrestler. And then after realizing that's not what I wanted to do for my career and the rest of my life, I moved back to Virginia where I got a job where I wasn't really financially making what I wanted to make, and there was no career or growth opportunities out of that. So I moved out here to Southwest Virginia, and I've been attending New River Community College. I'm actually attending it now during these summer sessions, but I'm filming this first thing in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning right now. I've been up since 2:30, so I'm filming these before school when I don't have to train to get these out and stay consistent. And ultimately, while I was out here, I created Mongoose Mindset to help people with, who are struggling with eating disorders or any other type of mental health issues, or if you just need help with, getting to your goals faster. So today's topic is going to be how to deal with death. And there are many people who die in the world every single day, whether that's from old age, illness like cancer, heart attack, a tragic accident, or even taking their own life. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to film this video about that today, is because the other week ago there was a young man who, at the gym where I go to here, he committed suicide. And I would have never known that he was going through what he was going through and would ever do that. I would have never thought he would be the person to commit suicide. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about death today, not in a bad sense, but just realizing and giving you better mindset tactics to deal with death better than you may have in the past, or you might be experiencing now. And I've never had anybody like super duper close to me pass away, so I've never really experienced that type of grief as of yet. I've had close individuals pass away who I was close with for a period of time, but then, I prioritized weightlifting and stuff more, so I kind of went away from them. And when they passed, I didn't really feel that much grief. But especially like when animals pass, since we have a lot of animals back home, like ones that were close to me, like especially the dog that we had, the English Mastiff, when I was younger. His name was Hoss. I was really sad when he passed. And just when a ton of other cats, our goat Randy, he passed. I miss him. I had a lot of animals pass and have to deal with a lot of grief that way, but not really, human-wise as of yet. Death is inevitable. We will all die someday. You just have to realize that that's a natural thing that's going to occur in life and will happen to you someday as well. And it's all right to feel sad and emotions when somebody does pass. Like a lot of people think, you shouldn't feel those grief emotions, or you should try to tough it out. But I feel like you should feel those emotions at first and actually feel the grieving process, because honestly, at the end of the day, you lost a loved one. You lost somebody who was a part of your life, and you're never going to see them again and hear their laugh, hear their voice, see their face. So there should be a grieving period, but that grieving period should not last for such long. It should last for a short period of time, maybe half a month to a month, maybe. You shouldn't be depressed. It shouldn't depress you enough that you can't get anything done in everyday life. You can't go to work and make money. You should still be able to do the things that you like to do, even though that person is gone. They call it a grieving period for a reason. It's just a period of time. It's not a drawn out lifespan that you should grieve for. And a good way to help get over the grieving process and I guess fill that void of them not being there is hopefully you have pictures or videos of them when they were still alive, and you can look back on that and kind of use that, I guess, to fill that void of them not being there. I think especially it's a good idea, like YouTube especially. This is a great idea, not only for me, but for a lot of people. If you have people who you care about and you know are probably going to miss you when you're gone, it's a good idea to make videos like this, to express yourself, to be yourself, and give the people you love something that they can look back on and see your experiences, see what you loved, and see what you were passionate about. And you shouldn't be sad when looking back at these memories, these pictures, these videos, whatever it may be, to remember them. You should be happy. You should be happy and grateful that at this day and age, we have the technology that we're able to do that. Because, think of back in the day. Back in the day, before phones were invented, nobody could take a picture. Well, I guess they did have cameras invented, but it cost a lot of money to get a picture taken. And they had videos, I think some videos and film with no sound. So you can't even hear these people. You can only look back on possibly a picture if you had the money either to get a painting painted of you or a picture developed in black and white, or however they did it back then. Even before that, in caveman times, or not even that far back, but people would paint pictures and stuff like that, but they didn't have a actual image they could look at like we do today. So we're very blessed in the way of today that we have those options to look back at things, rather than back in the day those people didn't, because they could only visualize the memories of those people. And not only should you take away from this video not only how to deal with death of a family, loved one, or somebody else you like, you should also learn how to deal with death upcoming for yourself. Because death is inevitable, like I said in the beginning of this video. We will all die someday. And what are you going to do to make the most out of your life? And are you doing the things that you enjoy and doing the things that make the most out of your life and give people something to remember you for? And at the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, you can say, I did all I could do. I tried my best. I tried my hardest. I put my story out into the world, and people took it as they wanted. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do at the end of the day. If you know you tried your hardest, if you knew you tried what you wanted so bad, then that's all you can do. No matter how far you got towards that goal, if you put your all into it, improved every single day, improved every single video like I've been trying to on this channel, my other channel, and just in life, you'll leave more behind than you were brought into this world with. So if you're having trouble dealing with any type of death from a loved one, a family member, or just dealing with death, thinking about it in this way like I've kind of talked about, reach out to me at mongoose-mindset01@gmail.com, and I can help you, either talk you through these situations, especially if you're at the point to where you kind of want to hurt yourself. Contact me and I can help you. I've never personally been to the point, held a gun up to my head like I'm about to shoot myself, but I have had thoughts before, just in the past, of is my life even worth it? Am I worth living for? Is my value, do I have value to anybody or anything in life? And you do. Everybody has some sort of value. Everybody means something to somebody, no matter who you are. So it's not worth killing yourself over it. And just like with this boy who sadly committed suicide at the gym, not at the gym, but at his home. It could have been prevented. You can't blame anybody for it. You can't blame him. There's just so many factors that go into it. how you grew up, what you're going through now. But a lot of those thoughts of suicide or just bad thoughts that I used to have can be mitigated with distractions. Distract yourself. And not like mind-numbing distractions like alcohol or something like that. Like find something that you genuinely enjoy, like reading. I like building Legos. I like creating videos for this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel really keeps my mind off of those bad habits or bad thoughts because I'm so motivated to grow these channels and get them better and just become a better person that I and edit these videos and make them as best as I can. I don't think about those negative thoughts a lot anymore because I'm so dialed in on different things. So yeah, if you'd like to reach out to me at mongoosemindset01@gmail.com. I got Mongoose mentorship sessions. I have, just lifestyle coaching. And honestly, if you made it to the end of this video, you're a trooper. I'm gonna tell you because I don't know how long I'm gonna do this Mongoose mindset thing. I really don't. I don't have any clients as of now. I've never had any clients. I've only been doing this since March. I'm not saying this in a way that I'm ungrateful. Like I've grown this YouTube channel by a few subscribers. I've grown my social media accounts by a few subscribers, but I've had nobody reach out like asking for coaching or anything like that. Maybe I don't think I'm ready for that. I think I can provide value to people, but can I? I think I can. I'm a hard worker. I'm putting in the work on these videos, so that just shows I'm staying consistent with it. So if I can stay consistent with this, I can stay consistent with helping somebody else. Honestly, if you made it to the end of this video, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not thinking of going forward this possibly anymore because I wanna put my energy and put my, YouTube channel toward my other one. I'm not trying to, make the most money, but I wanna make income and make this my job. But I know you can't really make a ton of money off the other YouTube channel, like the Lego stuff. Which you can, but it's harder because, all this stuff is hard because at the end of the day, YouTube has a ton of YouTube channels out there and you really have to be competitive to grow. That's what I've learned just making these videos. You got to engage with your audience, and I try to respond to comments. Every single comment I get, I respond to, even if it's negative. But yeah, it's just a little rant at the end there that I might put my efforts into my other YouTube channel full force instead of trying to do two things at once, because that's what I've been doing. Like I've seen growth on each, but it's just very small growth. And I know growth takes time with any YouTube channel, with any career, business. But I actually enjoy talking about the other stuff more, the Lego stuff. I really do. I might make that switch, I might not. I know I said I would at least try this for a year because I bought that subscription for the website, which is kind of stupid because you probably don't even need a website. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you learn about better ways on how to deal with death, on how to deal with the thought of death, of you dying. I hope you have a great day. Act now, evolve forever. Bye.